As promised, the playoffs are finally here. What's up, guys? Mancake here, and it has been a very long season, as we all know, and as you can tell, I have a 3-0 lead against the Chicago Bulls, and this is the first round series. It's the 1 versus the 8 seed in the East, and so far it really hasn't been much of a contest, but I'm hoping these Bulls will put up a better fight here in Game 4 on their home court to avoid the sweep. And that man right there, Derrick Rose, we all know he's a beast, and that's what he's been this series, but he hasn't received much help, so unless his team shows up in this game, I predict it'll be an early playoff exit for the Chicago Bulls. And there's the opening tip. I lose the tip. Derrick Rose going to do his thing this game. He's very quick and very explosive, as we all know, and you'll see a lot of that this game, I believe. And right here early on, just some lazy defense. Derrick Rose getting a mid-range jumper, not hesitating, and he drains it there. I'm already down early, but Chris Bosh getting the early block. John Wall, my star point guard, leading the charge here. And gonna go ahead and do a little bit of an interesting play here. Don't think I saw that one coming until the last second, but I chucked it up anyway, and J.R. Smith throws it down with the clean alley-oop. And another chance to play defense here. Chris Bosh on Tyrus Thomas, and he gets a monster block. Just a great start to this game, and if we can establish that kind of defense throughout the game, it should be a really fun matchup. And I continue to throw oops, as you see there. That one was crazy lucky. Got the goaltending call, and Brook Lopez gets the 2 points there. And I don't know if you noticed this, but these Bulls are playing a zone defense and not really doing so well at it, because I'm getting a ton of open looks. And if they don't change it, I'm going to just continue to shoot shots like that, because they don't have a man on my wide open shooters, and I know my shooters can drain some of these shots. And Chris Bosh getting a monster block, shades of Brook Lopez. Not really sure where this is coming from, but Brook Lopez gets in on the action as well, and we're running down the floor hard. These Bulls are still using that zone defense. I noticed John Wall pulls up for 3. Not his strongest aspect of his game, but he still drains it. And a pretty surprising play here. Brook Lopez showing off his range as well, and if he gets enough time to release that shot, it's fairly accurate. And right here, Luol Deng executing that backdoor cut perfectly and throwing it down, but I get him back with Brook Lopez on the monster oop from Rudy Fernandez. Definitely worth another look. Love seeing him throw down big-time dunks, and my bigs are being extremely effective here early on, both offensively and defensively. And get a little lucky here. Dangerous pass, but I find Rudy Fernandez in the corner, and that is a nice shot, as we all know. And Joakim Noah taking one of those shots he has no business shooting. I got a chance for a last-second shot with Rudy. I chuck it up. Pretty close, but I miss, and got a really nice lead coming out of the first quarter. I think it was 21-13. So I'm pretty happy with my defensive effort, but I know Derrick Rose is going to light it up here at some point, so I got to stay aggressive, which I do right there with Rudy Fernandez hitting a tough shot. But just as I say it, Derrick Rose starts hitting his shot with a tough and one layup. But I see a little more zone defense here from the Bulls. I don't know what's up with that. It gives me a wide open shot for Gerald Wallace, and I drain it. That's a deep 2, and they're still running this pathetic defense, so I get another wide open shot here for Rudy Fernandez. And gonna honestly be a little bit of a problem for me, because I'm becoming so complacent on offense, just shooting wide open jump shots, that when they do change up their defense finally, I expect it'll cause me some troubles, because I'll be so used to being lazy on offense. And showing off that crazy aggressiveness so far with the jump shots there, hitting another 3 with John Wall, and not something you usually see from him, but I'm happy to see it right now in these playoffs. And some pretty good defense here. Basically steal that ball with John Wall, and I get a chance to throw up a poster, and I do. Check that one out once again. John Wall going up high with a double clutch. Great finish at the rim. But these Bulls are rallying back. Like I said, they finally are changing up their defense, and I'm going to town here with Gerald Wallace, trying to keep this game out of reach. But Kirk Heinrich hitting a really tough shot with my hands in his face. He was cold at the time. Extremely impressive shot. I finally got to start going inside here with Udo and get the and one. Tough post move. Not something you usually see from him, but I'll take it. And I tried for the buzzer beater here. Some pretty good defense there from Elliott Williams. And I think it's a really close game now and pretty low scoring because the defense has been so good on both sides at this point. But I got to continue to be aggressive and hopefully not get blown out here in the third quarter because it's really starting to go in the Bulls' favor. And hopefully I can slow down this momentum so that I can at least win this game and get out of these playoffs. And right here I'm trying to run a play, try and throw an oop. I don't know what I'm thinking. Trying to throw that over Joakim Noah. There was no shot, and Derrick Rose gets a nice dunk on the break. I am now losing, doing exactly what I don't want to do. So I go into the post with Chris Bosh. He hasn't done too much since that first quarter, so I got to try and get him involved. And you see this every video, but it works all the time, so why not? I shoot that nice mid-range jumper with Chris Bosh, but you know, there aren't too many more good plays from him in this quarter because he just starts to go ice cold. I don't know what's up with it. I'm not really showing any of the clips, and I missed so many wide open shots. So I started to fake to Chris Bosh and find J.R. Smith there at the pick and roll, and he gets another shot to go for himself. And going to town here with Gerald Wallace. I love and hate that animation because it looks so cool, but it's so easy to execute. I know you've all been the victim of that move online at some point. Jamal Crawford layup, that is. So, you know, anyway, I'll get back to the game. A little bit of a tangent there. Tyrese Thomas misses this huge dunk. I'll show him how it's done right here with J.R. Smith going up for the oop, one-handed. That was very nice. And Jared Bayless in, giving John Wall a breather, and he just goes right through the entire defense there, all by himself. And wow. Tyrese Thomas was not going to be denied on that one. Tried to steal the ball. Really bad play on my part. He gets the crazy dunk. You don't see that from computer players too much, so I decided to show that one off. And another dumb pass from Chris Bosh. I played some defense with Gerald Wallace. Like I said, it wasn't a good quarter for Chris Bosh, but you know, I'm just going to try and stay in this game. I get another tough shot up with Jared Bayless, man in his face. Still drains it. Definitely giving me some good minutes off the bench. And Tyrese Thomas continues to just throw down these crazy dunks. It's now tied in the third quarter. Still crazy low-scoring game. And I just go to town. I'm a little bit upset about these crazy dunks, so I do one of my own. John Wall with a nice reverse dunk there. And going for another buzzer beater, but Derrick Rose has some great quickness and on-ball defense, and he shuts me down there. It's a tie game. Only 59 points per team here at the end of the third, and hopefully I can start lighting it up. I actually do switch up my lineup here. I go small because they are mixing up their defense, going back and forth between the zone and the man. And I wanted some athleticism. As you'll see here, I go up big with Rudy. Almost get the and one monster dunk, but I'll go take my free throws. And really the only reason why these Bulls are even in this game at this point is because I've thrown a lot of bad passes here in the second portion of the game, and the only person who's really doing anything for me right now is Rudy Fernandez because he continues to hit big shot after big shot. Right there you saw that beautiful step back three, and Lopez in the post there just out-muscling Noah with a nice finish down low. And here's another one of those bad decisions by me. Chris Bosh trying to throw it across the court to Gerald Wallace. That is stolen. I've got a chance to make up for it here, and I do with a monster block from Chris Bosh. I don't know how he kept up with Luol Deng, but that was beautiful. And Brook Lopez getting sneaky down low. I find him. I could have tried to force that in, but he ended up being the man who snuck his way down there. And Chris Bosh making up for some of those bad decisions there with a beautiful post move. And once again makes bad pass. I guess that was totally me, but making up for it once again with a crazy tough shot. I switched to Rudy to try and get a tip slam, not expecting that he would actually make the jump shot. So I'm happy with those results. Rudy Fernandez has been huge for me this game, both as a scorer and a playmaker. We're pulling away at this point in the game, and I'm going to go ahead and finally make a successful pass from Chris Bosh to somebody else on the court, and John Wall will be found down low for another one of those little bunny shots, and I'm entirely satisfied with that. And Rudy Fernandez is putting a cap on the game. Love his play throughout the game. Very few minutes, but he was really efficient and kind of keyed that rally late. But as you can see, there was a ton of turnovers, and that's a sweep, so I'm excited about that. And going to give you a little bit of a preview here of the second round. I do believe I'm going to be matched up against, yes, that is right, the Cleveland Cavaliers with LeBron still. The other people to advance were Houston, the Lakers, the Jazz, the Thunder, the Knicks, the Magic. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll have another video up here some point during the week, guys. Thanks again.